This is a Podco original.
This is the infamous Lucky Ducky. Bucky Hucky. Lucky. This is the infamous rubber ducky
toast?
outfit,
Comes
which
back.
we use later in the episode.
Oh. I used to turn on the volume on Disney Channel and make them say inappropriate things. Gargoyles
Which
with
apparently models love Dungeons and Gargoyles.
the damn cactus outfit with the one little nubbin
Oh God, where your little
off
your
the side
face
of my
is,
boob. It was
Your face is
it
in
cock
it
blocked
like
me.
that, We're on a podcast. We're on a podcast.
We're on a pancake. What?
I can't talk.
We're a mess. It's good we're doing a podcast. Okay, so this week we are rewatching Fashion Week, which is season 2, episode 13. First aired February 15th, 2009. Directed by
2009.
Directed by Victor Gonzalez, one of our loves, and the creator and writer of this episode, Todd Greenwald. And if you guys are loving the podcast, loving a rewatch, then like, subscribe, follow, give us your firstborn on Spotify, Apple.
This is how you do it. You just put the button. You press the button.
We're gonna have to red leather, yellow leather with you.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
Isabella, can you do me a favor? There's live people watching, and they're saying things. Can you tell us just one or two things that they're saying?
We're doing a little YouTube live moment.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, it's a Fashion Week episode. I couldn't wear rubber
It's
duckies.
very cute.
So
I wore my Grateful Dead shirt for my fashion. So.
You're very fashionable.
And this episode is a good one.
It is. Oh, this is one of my faves. We got a lot of details to get through.
Yes.
So, all right. So we start the episode in the wizard's lair with Justin trying to glue the infamous green lamp back together with unicorn glue, which then gets knocked over and shattered back into a million pieces. The lamp that we break all the time.
I think we broke it like 4 or 5 times, maybe even more.
And Teresa freaks the fuck out like every time we break it. And Alex tries to fix it with the spell Red Skies at Night, fix it right, but her wand short circuits, which we find out that the wizard world is experiencing rolling blackouts, meaning their powers will come and go because someone left the door open at the wizard power plant, letting all the dragons out.
I love that. I thought that was so funny because it was my line. I said it, but it was
well, we know
funny
you
because,
get tickled by yourself.
Yeah, but I love that the whole world is being wizard world is being the energy for the magic is from the dragons. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
No, and that the power won't be consistent until they get all the dragons back in there, which takes time.
Right.
Wrangling dragons, if anyone's seen House of the Dragon, any Game of Thrones
it's coming
fans,
back.
I'm so excited. You have no idea.
Game of Thrones is one of my favorite. And it really was hard for me to get into it because there's so many, worlds and things.
Well, but that's why I like House of the Dragon. We got 2 families.
Yeah.
I can focus on 2 families. There aren't like the crab people and these people. There's too many people in Game of Thrones.
It's interesting too because in House of Dragon, if you guys have watched it, it is quickly like you have even different actresses playing.
Yeah. And the casting is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. They look like they age up so well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They did a really good job. Okay.
All right. So we got to get the dragons back in the wizard power plant. Jerry reveals what he was going to teach them that day, which is the Wizinko machine, which is a fax Kinko combo.
Yeah. It's like a Xerox copy thing.
Is Kinko even still a thing, or did they go bankrupt?
So.
Okay.
I think
sorry, Kinkos. Which turns 2-dimensional photos and turns them into 3-dimensional real life copies. Right. Remember the Wizinko. It comes
which
back.
we use later in the episode.
Oh.
If you see any questions on there that you think we should answer, you tell us.
People watching on just regular YouTube are
you know what? Regular YouTube
like,
people, you should be on the live. That's what it should have happened.
Slytherin.
Slytherin, of course.
1,000% Slytherin. And Harper would be a Hufflepuff.
And Jerry would be what's
Gryffindor?
Yeah.
I love you're like, give Jerry the best one.
I did the test.
Oh, you did the test.
I did the test where at least David DeLuise, me.
Yeah.
I would have been in the good house.
Oh, in the good house.
Have you gone there to Universal? You get to pick a wand and everything.
I did.
And
yeah.
It's so much fun.
You're more of a Harry Potter person.
I love Harry Potter. Thank you for the question.
I enjoy Harry Potter. I don't love it as much.
Are they doing they're doing like another thing.
Series.
They're doing a series of it, right?
I think so.
Oh my. I can't wait to be in that world.
Oh my God. So we're at the substation. Zeke and Justin are noticing an unusual amount of beautiful girls there.
We have
your girlfriend?
My ex-girlfriend is in this episode. She wears the balloon dress and she doesn't talk in it. But
which
she's
she was
one
not
of, like,
happy
the
about.
four, which she was not happy about.
I remember I was telling Deloise before we started that I was just like, I just remember being kind of irritated with her all week because the whole time she's like, I want lines.
Yeah, but she got to be in it, which was
that's
fun,
why I was like,
which was nice.
Shut
and she
up.
got to wear like a balloon dress and meet Cindy Crawford and everything, which was great. Dan Benson is so funny.
Oh my
in this.
God.
He always makes me laugh.
He's the best. So they reveal
I wanted
that
to just point out, Jen, and I apologize.
No, you're fine.
But Justin and Alex are, again, so mean to each other in this. They're cutting.
You just told me about how your brother woke you up with a BB gun. That's not kind. That's
he
not
woke
nice.
me up and hunted me. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be quiet.
Okay, so they reveal that it's Fashion Week on Waverly Place, which is why they're all the beautiful girls. And they just want to figure out how to get the girls to play Dungeons and Gargoyles with them.
Which they can't say Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, apparently,
have you guys played, did you play Dungeons and Dragons? I did.
Yeah, I never played it. I have multiple friends that they have like a day where they play.
Like nowadays,
week.
Grown-ups play Dungeons and Dragons.
But apparently Dungeons and Gargoyles is a game that actually came out in 2013.
Oh, really?
So it
it's
is a real game
They
now.
weren't just not saying it because they couldn't say Dungeons and Dragons.
It wasn't a game at the time that we filmed this. So it is a game now.
Okay.
Justin says they want to figure out how to get girls to play Dungeons and Gargoyles
Which
with
apparently
them.
models love Dungeons and Gargoyles.
Well, but also too, he says so that they don't turn into the male equivalent of chicks with cats, which an owner of 2 cats, I resent highly.
Not cool, but Dan has a cat.
Dan does have a cat.
or Zeke has a cat.
Zeke has a cat. All right, so then Harper enters wearing a full rubber ducky outfit, excited to tell Alex that she has,
This is the infamous Lucky Ducky. Bucky Hucky. Lucky. This is the infamous rubber ducky outfit.
Yes, which I still have. I have the rubber ducky outfit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I should have worn it, but would have been a little distracting for the whole episode. But she got a internship, the gig of a lifetime, working with world famous designer Mr. Frenchie, so she can one day design her own collection, and the world can be dressed just like Harper.
Okay, so the question is, Jennifer Stone, which outfit did you not like wearing the most?
I had a crush on the guy of the week, and I invited him to
Which guy was this?
I'm not going to say his name because he's still a working actor. But he came to set to visit that week, and I saw him wearing this outfit in kind of the wings, and he very quickly left. So I was very much cock-blocked by this outfit, and the reason it was the damn cactus outfit with the one little nubbin.
Oh God, where your little
off
your
the side of my boob. It was
your face is
it cock blocked
like
me.
That, right?
It totally the cactus cock blocked me, and
well,
it was
don't
not
put
cool.
on the cactus.
I won't. I tend to not put on a cactus when I'm trying to draw
Jen,
me a man.
Everybody's going to know who that is because we know what episode that is.
No,
now.
but he wasn't in the show.
Oh, he wasn't in the show.
He's an actor who's still working now, but he wasn't in the show.
Okay.
So
good question.
Great question. All right, back to the episode.
So the
actor who plays Mr. Frenchie
is
Willie Garson, who
was very sweet, very nice.
So many
and has
films,
passed away
TV shows.
since.
Most people know him from playing Stanford Blatch on Sex and the City, but
so
sadly,
funny.
yes, he did pass away in 2021.
He was so great.
And
yes, you are in the sub shop
carrying
carrying the fucking thing around.
Oh yeah, the one garment rack with the one garment.
Yeah, and you're like carrying it around. And Alex is so like mean to you here, where she's trying to get the dress from you, manipulating you, all this stuff.
It's classic Alex.
Yeah, classic Alex.
But I do love that it like upsets you so much of like when people are mean to each other on the show. It's really sweet.
I want her to be nice.
I know. Well, she is. She means well. She's got a good heart. She's got a good heart with the sandpaper coating. So the one garment rack is because Mr. Frenchie has trust her with the one
which you had to pull
dress.
Around the whole substation.
Yeah,
that was so
and that
annoying.
was the gag of trying to like move the damn thing. And then she asks Alex to use magic to lock it up. Lets Harper know that magic is not working right now, but she can hide it in her room. Which Harper's like, hell no.
Which she should have just taken you up to the room and hung out with you. It would have been nicer. I'm gonna go
then
back.
we wouldn't have had a whole episode.
But I'm gonna go back 1 second to my dad always said to me, make it a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Don't solve it beforehand. So
then why are you trying to solve it right now?
No. I meant you and the coat rack.
Yeah.
You just have to deal with it, which makes it real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? In acting, we want it to be real, which I think is very interesting.
I try to make all my acting really fake.
Wow, Jen Stone.
I'm such an asshole.
Is there another question in there? Okay, let me hear a question. Happy Days with
that's
the
a good one.
Fonzie. I thought that the $6 Million Man was awesome. The Bionic Man, which is the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. What did you watch when you were young?
Boy Meets World was a big one for me. I loved Bob Ross. I loved Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm sure there were other ones, but those are the ones that just like come to mind.
Yeah, it was just
right off the top of my head.
Popped into my head.
Powerpuff Girls, I loved. That was a good one.
I mean, I guess not when I was a kid, but like Roseanne and the Cosby Show.
Those were great.
But not so. Yeah, I mean, like
not so much anymore.
No. Okay, another one. Well,
Max was my favorite.
Max was very funny. I loved Harper. And also Zeke, Dan Benson. It just made me so laugh. And in this episode, when Cindy Crawford comes out, I just can't. Dan goes and faints. It's so funny to me.
No, he's so funny. All right, back to the episode. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
One more question.
Yeah. And then we'll stop the live. But
and
thank you guys for
being
tuning in.
here.
It's like half Q&A, half sneak peek.
I do remember being on that set. Obviously I'm the dad, so I didn't get to, get in there as much. But so in the crossover, Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana, Selena and Miley. She knows something. Spill. Did they not get along during that shoot or something?
They intermittently got along. Come on. It was like high school. Like they both dated Nick and
I forgot that.
Yeah, they both dated. I think Miley dated him first, and then Selena dated him, and then it was just messy high school nonsense. Yeah. And so they were intermittently not. No, I know they intermittently were not getting along.
Oh, good question. Good observation. I did not know that. Yeah. So there was a little bit of
high school nonsense. They're fine now. Ooh, they're all good now. But yeah, it was high school just BS.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's on another level where the world is watching them. But for me in high school, I had things like that where
you have the crush on the same person.
Yeah,
like
my buddy was dating someone. They broke up. I might have hooked up with this one. He was not so happy with that. You know what I mean? There was
and it's like now you look back and you're like, I don't even remember what we were upset about.
Exactly.
It's one of those kind of things. But
Good question, everybody.
That was
one last question, and then we'll do the live more another time. Oh wow.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, I know you were an active Disney Channel watcher at the time, for sure.
Well, even Stevens. I thought Christy Romano was so great, and Shia LaBeouf was just
True Confessions. That one decom he did back when like decoms were like more deep.
Was that like an emotional one? I haven't
played
seen this.
Somebody with special needs, and it was about him and his sister, and like they had like a video blog or something, and it was so good. Yeah. It was just, they used to in my day, and I know everybody always feels like they're season of Disney Channel was the best. It's like SNL, but the decoms were like really deep and like really meaningful. And
I didn't know what a decom was for the longest time. Disney Channel movie,
original movie. Yeah.
I didn't know that. If you have not watched Even Stevens, you guys should check it out. It's so good. And also the Shia LaBeouf movie where he played his dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was intense. It was so good.
I'm trying to think which shows I'm an asshole now, and I used to be a little asshole as well. I used to turn down the volume on Disney Channel and make them say inappropriate things.
Oh my God, you would do like lip sync? What do you call that? Lip sync?
Yeah. So I don't know if I watched like That's So Raven and Even Stevens and like Kim Possible. Like that was my generation of Disney Channel.
Yeah. I liked Good Luck Charlie. I thought they did a really good job on that.
That was a nice one. Yeah. I like that one too. Anyway.
Okay, everybody out there in the live zone world, we love you.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And now we'll get back to finishing the rest of the episode.
Jen, that was fun doing a YouTube live while we're shooting an episode. I'm very excited.
It's very meta. And can I just say, I love the fact that like normally when we do an episode, it's like me and you, but I could feel that you could feel that there were other people because you kept like,
I wanted to interact with them. I love it.
You're such a performer. I love it.
It's so funny. Like I was in Vegas with my buddy recently, and you see people go, "Oh my God, is that?" And my buddy is from like grade school. So he doesn't go out. We don't go out that often. But he was like, people know who you are. It's interesting.
And you're like, yeah.
But I do love it when the fans come up and say hello and say nice things. I don't like it when they tell me to go fuck myself, but no, they don't.
How much is that happening? Well, it's like what Johnny Depp said a million years ago, which is like the fans sign your checks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They sign your checks. They're the reason you're around.
I saw this video with him. He was very nice to my brother because they shot Jump Street together.
Yeah.
And I saw a video recently where he just went and visited some kids in the hospital and stuff. And it just is, he's a very charitable guy. Here's something that would happen though. Johnny and Peter would go see a movie. Yeah. And the movie would start at like 8:00 and Peter would be over at his place at like 7.
Sure.
And he would be getting ready and doing the thing and then they'd miss the 8:00 movie because he was like, I don't know, primping. Richard Grieco took a long time to get ready. Too long. Johnny took a little long to get ready as well. But what Peter
There's
did,
a lot of jewelry.
Yeah, a lot of things
Accoutrement.
to attach, right? But Peter was like, do you want to go see a movie? And he would say, yes. So he would say, I'll meet you at the theater.
There you go.
So he wasn't like waiting and missing the movie, you know.
And if he made it, great. If he didn't, oh well. He looked good.
He only did 4 seasons of 21 Jump Street. And toward the end, he decided to do his first film, which was Crybaby with John Waters, the director. And I said to him, what made you pick that? Because no joke, and I hope I'm not talking out of turn, but he had a stack of scripts. Yeah. Because he was, the hot number at that time. So he picked that. And I said, what made you pick that one? He goes, the director.
Yeah.
And if you look at his career.
He picks the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really important because you're collaborating with that person.
Well, that's the captain of your ship.
Right.
And if you have, it's like a bad script and a bad director can tank a movie. But you can, you can fix it in post, you can work around not great actors, like those things. But bad scripts you can't fix, and a bad director can really
I'm a big fan of the Johnny Depp.
Of the Johnny Depp. Okay.
Yeah, he was always so nice to us.
To be the buzzkill and get us back on track. So Harper has her garment rack with Mr. Frenchie's top secret newest thing. She wants Alex to use magic. Alex can't, so she said she'll keep it safe. So we cut to Alex's in her bedroom, keeping the dress safe. But she's wearing it and doing like her little runway walk in front of her mirror.
She's taking a picture of herself. And then Justin comes in with chips, salsa, a drink, and salsa, right?
On a TV tray. Which, why is he?
Well, he says it's important to eat intermittent meals or snacks or something.
But if she was being loud upstairs, wouldn't he just leave the food? I mean, I know why, because we have to have it for the episode, but wouldn't he just leave the tray of food downstairs rather than taking it all the way up the spiral staircase to go tell Alex to shut up?
For some reason, Jen Stone wants to make sense of this. What are you doing, Jen?
Because I always want to make sense of it. Okay, anyway, so for no reason, he's carrying the food up and down the stairs. And he pretends to kind of drop it on. He's like, oh no, I'm going to drop it. And Alex gets him back by putting the food on him. Which he gets her back, which is a mistake because he hugs her really tight with salsa and soda and all that sort of stuff.
And ruins the one-of-a-kind dress that's made
just
out
like Harper thought she would. Newspaper, comic books.
Comic book, newspaper, yeah.
But they call it the newspaper dress.
Huh. So did they say that in the episode?
Yeah, they say newspaper dress because I originally said comic book in my notes, but they said newspaper dress.
Got it.
So we're back at the sub shop. Justin and Zeke are still trying to figure out how to make their move on the models, and they try impressing a group of models that are sitting down at the table, including your ex-Faye.
Yes.
That Justin's dad owns the place, and Zeke gets 10% off at the Puzzle Zoo, but they have 0 other moves, and the models
but the
get
moves are working, which I thought was interesting.
They were, but then they just kept repeating.
But I love that the actress was like, "I love the Puzzle Zoo," and it's interesting because they had nothing else, and I felt so uncomfortable when he said again, my dad owns this place. I was like,
I think we've all had that moment.
Yeah.
Where like you're trying to I'm a terrible flirt because I just get in my head and I overthink it and I say stupid shit like that. So I get it.
I don't have that problem anymore, but when I was younger, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Well, your brain just kind of turns to mush or something. Yeah. And so for me, all the relationships I've been in, I always kind of stumble into because they've seen me as myself and not me trying to be something or whatever. So
this happened to me, not that I was trying to pick her up or anything, but I saw Courtney Cox and I said, hi, you, me, this, friends, producers, I do TV. I was so, I just couldn't. I'm embarrassed now. I'm turning red.
And she's like, get away from me.
Yeah, no, she was like, police. No.
Police. So Harper sees Alex at the sub shop. It's always so hard to say sub shop and Wizards of Waverly. Anyway,
Wizards of Waverly Place at the sub shop.
At the sub shop. There it is. Beautiful. Now you can speak again. It's a miracle. To check on the dress and instantly knows by Alex's face that something's wrong because she figured out her good news, bad news smile a week after she met her.
Which you imitate, which was really funny.
It's something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
So also the other thing in this episode, which is interesting to me because I got mad and then I was like, oh, maybe that's good. Alex keeps saying, just move on.
Yeah, just move on.
It almost is like acceptance.
It's like the laws of detachment.
Yeah, I mean,
something
listen,
really
I was in
AA
for a long time and I think what page it is, but acceptance is the answer. I think it's 138. One. I don't know. Listen, I was sober for 20
You're like, I was drunk the whole time I was reading it.
But what it says is acceptance is the answer to solve all my problems today. I'm paraphrasing.
It's true though.
But if you accept what's happening, then, and that's kind of what she's saying. But she's doing a little bit of like, forget it. Don't worry about it.
Well, she just doesn't want to get in trouble. But I see what you're saying because I've been a big fan and like really trying to adopt the laws of detachment, which is basically just like you accept people that they are. Everyone's trying to figure it out.
Right.
You're trying to figure it out. Nothing is personal and everything is fleeting.
This is very the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
Always do your best. Be impeccable with your word. Never make assumptions. And what did you just say?
Finish the book. Which I did finish it. I finished it in Europe like 2 days.
Never take anything personally.
Never take anything personally. Because it's never personal.
Look, you guys, if you can do that, you're sitting pretty.
Well, there's a reason people read and reread that book. Okay, so she's mad at Harper for ruining it. Alex just wants her to move on. And then Mr. Frenchie comes in, asks Harper for his schmata, which I'm assuming is some kind of coffee. Harper tries to reveal that his one-of-a-kind creation is ruined, but he refuses to hear anything unpleasant, takes a call. Alex jumps in and lies that the dress is totally fine and he picked the right girl in Harper. He gets a call that the location for his fashion show is double booked and now it's ruined, or as Alex says, hosed. Alex suggests he has the fashion show at the sub shop that is one of a kind like him, which sounds better than having it at Harper's house, which just got plastic covers on the furniture.
Which is very funny. Mom has let us in the room, but you have to take off your shoes.
You have to take off your shoes.
And it's interesting because he's like, I don't know what this is, a sub shop or
what is this?
A subway station or,
And then Alex's plan is that he's going to forget all about his one-of-a-kind dress, even though it's the star of his fashion show with all the busy hullabaloo of the fashion show going on. So cut to 2 hours before the fashion show in the substation. Jerry thanks Mr. Frenchie for having his fashion show at the sub shop.
So I'm talking to Frenchie?
Yeah, Mr. Frenchie.
And I say, I have sandwiches. I lost the sandwiches. Now I found the sandwiches. So how long are the sandwiches been sitting there?
I think there was like a week. I think you were like, last week I lost them and then I found them.
Did I say last week?
I think you said last week. So I think they were out for like I'm imagining, I don't know why, but I'm imagining like the hot garbage New York summer with the humidity out there. So he gives them to Alex to say, get rid of these nasty, bad sandwiches. And she goes, and then just like puts them on a table.
Right.
The models all like go over them to eat them. And these outfits.
Yeah, the outfits, but they eat them as if they've never eaten in their life. They scarf it down.
Model joke.
I know. It's funny though.
Yeah, it is funny.
Yeah.
But we have dress made out of balloons, playing cards, starbursts, slinkies. And all I remember about this is and even with the rubber duckies, they were falling off multiple times in the middle of takes. And the same with these, because it reminds me of like the Project Runway, like unconventional materials challenge.
I know it. Because I love that show.
Because it's excellent TV. But I just remember our costume department on high alert and on overdrive that whole episode, like constantly super gluing things back together and like trying to, and just like in the middle of takes, just hearing like objects just drop off of these outfits. And then no one, Faye in the balloon outfit, no one could touch her because it was like
it would pop. And you had say, or someone says a joke where I had a balloon outfit and also a porcupine outfit.
Yeah. All right, so Justin and Jake commiserate that they wish asking models out was as simple as asking them if they want to play Dungeons and Gargoyles. One of the models overhears that and says, sounds like fun. Can my friends come? Just because I'm beautiful doesn't mean I can't be smart or an 11th level cleric.
Which was kind of hot.
It was kind of hot. Justin and Zeke invite them upstairs to play. So cut to the loft with Justin and Zeke and the models all playing Dungeons and Gargoyles. Harper and Alex come up to grab the models for the show, but they all start getting sick and throwing up from eating the bad sandwiches.
Which the door stage right where we all just kind of always just go in and out of or whatever.
We don't know what that room is.
Well, it said there's a bathroom in there. So go into the bathroom. That's where they all go to throw up.
That room was...
Not saying it's only a bathroom, but I'm saying they were...
back there.
I mean, it's very rare that we exit there on purpose, and it's also rare that you see the front hallway on the other side of the front door.
Yeah, and we see both. We see both.
So they go into the other room.
They're throwing
vomiting.
Up. Justin's mad at Alex for ruining his chances. Harper's mad at Alex for ruining Mr. Frenchie's show. And suddenly, very conveniently, magic comes back on. So Alex grabs Harper, takes her to her room to get a poster of supermodel BB Rockford from a box.
BB Rockford, a.k.a. Cindy Crawford.
From a box of Justin's stolen stuff from under her bed to copy with the Wazinko machine. It's back. And save the show. Alex also copies a picture of herself wearing the newspaper dress. And I loved this moment, and this was so Peter Murrieta, so it makes a copy of her in the dress, because the exact picture. So it's like an extra Alex in the dress. And she goes, hold on a second, grabs this like huge paperweight and then just disappears, and we never see the copy Alex again.
And it's almost like someone was like, that's too violent even to picture it off stage, because then later... You say, well, you got rid of the other Alex, no problem. And then she says,
I've got this like nerve thing.
Yeah, like a nerve that no one knows about that I can, do. But I laughed so hard. She grabs like a metal statue thing. I was like,
and it's because I just want to. Even the nerve thing, I'm like, I think that's Alex like covering. She totally murdered her copy. So like you were saying, BB Rockford is played by Cindy Crawford, who was one of the 80s, 90s definition of the supermodel, along with Christy Turlington, Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell. And I remember when she came on set, she brought her kids, who were really little at the time, Presley and Kaya. Who
are now doing
6 degrees of separation. Kaya's now dating Austin Butler.
Oh, wow.
Little wizards, weird little
connection.
Look
at that.
Yeah.
I remember them coming and being there, and they were all so nice. And I took a picture with Miss Crawford.
Yes.
And she's way taller than me.
She was very tall.
I looked up to her when we were taking the picture, and then I was like, oh, and I looked at the camera, and then she bent down so that we would be the same height.
That's nice.
Isn't that
sweet? And then you cropped it so you look like you were the same height.
Right. She was
incredibly nice.
So sweet.
She could not have been nicer. So back in the loft, like I said, there's a lot of details in this episode. BB Rockford is in the newspaper dress asking Justin where her hair and makeup is. And then she notices that they're playing Dungeons and Gargoyles, which, like you mentioned, supermodels love because it gives them time off from being so super. So she starts to play. Alex tries to convince BB to go to the fashion show, but she'd rather play D&G with Justin. He agrees to convince BB if Alex will give him back his Captain Jim Bob Sherwood collector's lunchbox. BB only agrees to do the show, conveniently, if Alex will do it with her.
Right, and the Captain Jim Bob Sherwood was totally made up, like Tears of Blood, the band, like the...
that was our Waverly Place comic book, was Captain Jim Bob Sherwood.
Right, and one of our wrap gifts was the Captain Jim Bob Sherwood sweatshirt with the logo on it.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the fake things in the
just
show
the
like
creative,
that.
Because I feel like it's so easy to just be like Wizards season 2 or something. But that was I think our season 2
Very
wrap gift
creative,
was the Captain Jim Bob Sherwood. All right. In the sub shop, fashion show is taking place. Mr.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Dan Benson.
Oh, this is your favorite part.
Stuff, and he throws himself on the game and ruins everything.
Yeah, because Justin ruins it because he moves
and then
it.
He's like, no! God, he always committed. Dan was always so funny. And one of my favorite things that he ever did is coming up, where he paints.
On OnlyFans? Oh.
No, not on OnlyFans, Jen.
Sorry, it was right there. I had to.
Which, by the way, I'm very happy that he's happy
If
doing
he's
stuff.
hap-
I love
if
that he
he's
was on the
happy,
show.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But yeah, sorry.
He always makes me laugh.
I know. He's like you said, he committed to everything and was so unafraid, which just for comedy is gold.
Yeah.
To be unafraid and to just step out and to not be afraid to look like a fool or not be afraid to not look cool. Like,
and also back to comedy is serious for Zeke. This was the most important thing. So he's not being silly. He's being serious. Well, but it's then funny.
Like we've talked about, it's comedy death when you're trying to be funny.
Right.
When you just live in the moment and lean into the ridiculousness of the situation as being real, that's when it works.
Right.
Anywho, fashion show is taking place in the sub shop. Mr. Frenchie is impressed that Finkel, who's wearing an outfit covered in satin gloves, including hat, saved his show and that he'll keep her around for a while. She says, you can call me Harper. And he's like, no, that doesn't work for me.
And one of the reasons why he's okay with not thinking about the dress anymore is because BB Rockford
is wearing it from the Wazinko machine.
Right.
Yeah, because she's got the copy. And then we end the episode with 2 newspaper dresses. We have like the comic book newspaper dress that BB Rockford, Cindy Crawford's wearing. And then this like black and white newspaper dress.
Yeah, but no mention. And it's funny because BB Rockford is like, okay, I'll do the show if you do it with me.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because that outfit that was her nuvspaper outfit, I guess was designed by
Mr. Frenchie.
Yeah, got it.
But why he just had where have you hey, welcome to the episode, David. Wait, there's a fashion show? Wait, there's a dress made out of newspapers?
Sorry, I just put it together in my brain. I'm looking and I'm like, oh, Selena's on stage there too, and she's in this outfit. I didn't put it together in the episode that I was just thinking about Wizard's wardrobe, not about that, I'm sorry, everybody.
I love you so much.
I apologize.
I love you so much, David. And I think they had, I'll have to go home and look, but I think they had which I know you're going to get mad because you didn't have, you had an action figure, right? Those little rubber ones?
Fuck, no, I didn't.
I know.
From the movie, they made everybody, including you, and not me.
Not from the movie. I don't think they made me from the movie because I have one of me in the rubber ducky dress. I'm in the rubber ducky dress, and I think Alex is in this because they did little vignettes from certain episodes. And I think Alex is in the newspaper dress, and I'm in the.
No, I was not a action figure. They never made me into a little.
I'm shocked
thingy.
They made me into one.
But I do know that from the movie, there was Maria, Jake, David, and.
Why didn't they make you if they made Maria?
I don't know. The action figure people were like,
who'd you piss
screw
off?
Jerry Russo. I don't know. I was very, that was hard. Really sucked.
But you and Yulia have an action figure now, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, at the mall, you go, and I don't know what it's called, but they take 100,000 pictures of you. It's probably how they're going to digitally do all the actors now. And they make a little, you can be a foot or half a foot, 6 inches or whatever. And we did that together. So we gave her parents one. So in Germany, there's a little thing on their dinner table where we're doing that.
That's
we're doing the heart
cute.
thing.
You guys are stupid cute. I can't handle it.
So
fun.
That doesn't count though as an action
I
figure.
I know. Okay. Fun little fact about this too. If you listen really closely, because this is the second fashion show we've had in Waverly Place. In Credit Check, season 1, episode 18, the fashion show music is the exact same.
Really?
It's the same music.
Fashion show music
so if you
being
go,
reused.
If you go back to it, we used our baseline, whatever music. All the fashion shows on Waverly Place have this one song.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Okay, so in this episode, the magic is in the Wazinko machine, which can take a 2D image and bring it to life. What image would you put in the Wazinko machine to bring it to life?
My dad.
Oh, David.
My mom. My dog, Midnight.
Oh, Midnight.
Yeah, he was a cockapoo. He's so cute. Yeah.
That's fair.
My dad and my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're talking about the Wazinko machine bringing people back to life is really what it is.
Forget stem cells. Or living forever or freezing people.
I will say when she did put the Cindy Crawford poster in
and
there,
she just kind of shoved
it in. That was pretty funny.
I also too think of the logistics too of if she just actually did on a copier that the thing's going to be all So
I have a better answer.
Come out like that? That was a great answer. What are you talking about?
I have a better answer.
Oh, Lord.
A picture of the Back to the Future time machine.
Oh.
And then I can go
anywhere
and visit and do, time machine.
That's fair.
Okay, what about
you? Would do
you?
the,
what would you
I almost said the Mandalorian,
Wazinko?
the DeLorean. I meant to say the DeLorean. What would I Wazinko? I always write these questions for you, and then I don't come up with answers, which is really stupid. I would...
I have more answers too. Maybe a picture of Nicolas Cage with Tom Cruise.
Oh my God. I can't. Can you imagine? The world can only handle one of each. They can't handle multiple Nicolas Cages and Tom Cruises coming around.
Right.
Although that would be an interesting fight to the death.
Was it Adaptation where Nicolas Cage played two parts?
Yeah,
he plays,
I think so.
So good. Okay. Jen, what would you put in the Wazinko machine?
What would I put in the Wazinko machine? I think I would put in some of because I have these I have posters of, although after your answer, this sounds so go fuck yourself.
It should be a poster. It should be.
Right? It should be a poster. I have 2 posters in my bedroom, one of Betty Davis and one of Katharine Hepburn.
Oh, wow.
And I would love to grab a whiskey with both those ladies.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
If you had the time machine, you could go.
If I had the time machine, I could. But also, too, I feel like all the Back to the Future movies were about how time travel didn't work out. And cause problems. Right.
It always causes problems. Have you seen this pretend Back to the Future 4 thing with Tom Holland? Have you seen that?
I've seen it. The fake poster. Speaking of poster, the fake poster.
Yeah. And on the Back to the Future theme, a friend of mine in Germany, Peter, he loves Back to the Future. So we keep sending Back to the Future stuff to each other. Yeah. And so now all I get in my feed is Back to the Future stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
I saw Michael J. Fox. I was in the audience of Family Ties.
Oh, cool.
And of course, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I said something and he commented. He was like, oh, is that Bosworth? Which was some football player at the time or whatever. And he spoke to me.
Oh.
And his documentary that's out is heart-wrenching and also amazing and wonderful. And his courage in his life to keep moving forward is amazing.
Well, I'm talking about life just taking turns as it does. I remember my mom read his autobiography back when I was still using Thomas Guides and auditioning in LA.
Thomas Guide is a map, everybody.
It's a very big map. Yeah, it dates me for sure. But I remember her talking about how, because she would always try to prepare me gently because I was a kid, but talking about how when he was negotiating, I think for Family Ties, he remembers being in a phone booth, which they don't even have anymore, but in a phone booth talking to his agent about all this money he was going to make. And all he could think about was how he wanted a McDonald's burger that he couldn't afford across the street, which is wild. Yeah.
And also he was shooting, Eric Stoltz did, I think, 6 weeks on Back to the Future. Yeah. And then they were like, yeah, this is not
because he was going method. And they were like, stop.
Right.
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
Relax.
But it's so fascinating to see the
could-have-beens?
Well, the him actually is Marty McFly, and they did a release of the movie, and on DVD they showed all the auditions, and my brother Peter had auditioned for Biff. Yeah, and they
have it on there.
Yeah, on the DVD
you have to send
thing.
that to me. I would love to see that.
And I think it's online. I think you can see it. And Billy Zane was auditioning for Biff. He is in the movie as one of the 3 kind of bad, but he doesn't say anything in the first movie.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But Michael J. Fox was shooting Family Ties, and they went to him and said, "We want you to be the guy." Yeah. And I can't remember his name, but the executive producer of the show said, "You can do it, but you're not going to miss any episodes." So he was shooting Family Ties. In the daytime.
Oh my God.
And then
night
getting
shoots?
in a car and then going to do night shoots on Back to the Future.
That's right.
And they were shooting the whole time. He in the documentary, he says, I was learning my line. I was going over lines, sleeping in the car, going back and forth from set to set.
Louise.
And he did a very good job.
He did a great job. That's wild. Because, that's such an iconic movie.
I'm such a big fan. I did a movie with Christopher Lloyd one time.
Oh, yeah?
That was fun. He was amazing.
Great.
He was amazing. Yeah. Okay.
That's the episode.
Did we do it?
We went on a whole Michael J. Fox fan aside, but yeah, that's Fashion Week, baby.
Yeah.
fashion show. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Excellent top for the fashion show episode.
I had to do a little something extra for the fashion show episode. I thought for a second about wearing the rubber ducky hat, but it's hard to keep on your head. They had to bobby pin the crap out of it to keep it in my head.
I love it. Okay, everybody, I'm asking you guys, what is your favorite Harper outfit? Let us know.
Or just like favorite crazy outfit that was on the show. We wore some crazy stuff. I mean, hello, Battery D guy.
Yeah, D Battery Man.
D Battery Man. But yeah, let us know in the comments, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, choo.